Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to another vinyasa practice. My name is Sarah, and today we're going over our third Yama, which is Asteya, non-stealing. If you didn't already know, over the month of December and January, we have a philosophy series that's kind of unfolding here on YouTube. We're going over our 5 Yamas and our 5 Niyamas, which are the first 2 limbs of the 8 limbs of yoga, according to Patanjali. And these are kind of like guidelines, qualities, values of how we kind of should turn up in our world and within ourselves. And this week we're going to be going over Asteya. There's a beautiful sutra, like a piece of wisdom about this, and it says, "To one established in non-stealing, all wealth comes." And I think this is a beautiful thread of wisdom, as it shows that the universe has a wild way of rewarding us. When we let go of attachment to material items, to what we might deem as wealth, money, possessions, people, relationships, and we recognize that wealth actually comes from within, then we get rewarded even more. And yeah, today we're going to be working up into our peak pose, Garundasana, and this is our eagle pose. Physically requires quite a bit of opening through the hips, a little bit of balance, strength, and opening through the shoulders and spine. And I thought I'd bring a little bit of mythology behind this, which we do in quite a few of our classes over this series. So I'll actually just read from this book. This is called Yoga Mythology. It's 64 asanas and their stories. Beautiful book. Anyway, so Garuda, the eagle, was requested to find this pot of nectar for immortality. So if you drink it, you become immortal. Garuda managed to enter the paradise of Indra, fight Indra and the devas, and fetch the nectar of immortality. He then brought it down to the serpent realm without drinking even a drop of it. This impressed the gods so much that Vishnu made Garuda, the eagle, his vehicle and his symbol that is found on the flag that accompanies Vishnu wherever he goes. So I thought this was quite suiting to our theme of non-stealing, to not take anything that isn't ours, because we are content with where we are and the journey that we're on, and we don't grasp onto or hoard anything that we don't need. Okay, we are going to get started in a standing position. So when you're ready, let's meet up there. Bring your feet about hip width distance, soften the knees, soften the shoulders, and just begin to breathe. Letting go of any attachments or any expectations that we might have in this class today. And perhaps that's letting go of grasping what our body can or may not be able to do today. And practicing contentment, which is samtosha. This is also one of our niyamas that we'll go over about in a month's time. Being content with wherever our body is today, wherever our mind is today, and working with this rather than against it. Can you breathe a little bit deeper into the belly, the ribs and the chest? Really fill up the back of the ribs, the back of the heart, as well as the front and the sides. And then as you exhale, feeling your attention ground into this moment a little bit more. And we'll take about 2 to 3 more breaths before we begin our practice of moving, our asana practice. Our yoga practice is ever flowing, ever constant, although I'm pretty sure that's not a word. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to start to open our eyes. We're going to go straight to finding our eagle arms. So right elbow will come on top, left elbow will come underneath. Now, if you're feeling quite tight today, you might just take your hands around your opposite shoulders, or you might start to lift the hands up and see if you can squeeze the left fingertips towards the right palm. If you manage to get that, see if you can press the left hand down onto the right, so you open the right fingertips towards the side. And what this is going to do is externally rotate our right shoulder a little bit more. Take a deep breath in here, lift tall. And then as you exhale, start to rotate from the kind of the pelvis and the spine as you bring the fingertips towards the side, rotating it down. Keep pressing the left hand down, bringing it towards the left, and then back up. Okay, we're going to swap to the other side. So unwind. Before we head there, take the hands behind the back, clasp the hands together, breathe in as you open the chest up, and then as you exhale, draw the knuckles down towards the ground. Squeeze the glutes a little bit. Okay, let's try this again. So left elbow on top, right elbow underneath. You might clasp opposite shoulders, or you might try it, wind the right hand on the inside of the left hand. If you're here, you can start to press the left hand down, so you're reaching the fingertips towards the left a little bit. You just want to move in a range that feels comfortable for you today, so you're not forcing your body where it doesn't feel ready to go yet. Breathe in here, and then as you exhale, reach the fingertips towards the left. Keep kind of circling your body down towards the ground. Breathe in as you reach the fingertips towards the right, and then back up to standing. Release the hands, bring them behind your back. Squeeze the palms together, breathe in as you open the chest. Exhale, drawing the shoulders down. Nice. Okay, you might bring your hands towards your hips for what we're going to do next, or just hands by your sides. Start to lift the right knee up, transfer the weight into the left foot. Breathe in. Lift it as high as you can, and then as you exhale, take that right knee around. Try not to hitch the right hip up too much, and then you'll tap the right knee behind the left knee, or maybe down a little bit further. Inhale as you start to lift back up, circle the right knee back around. Exhale to land right knee towards the chest. Just one more time like that, breathing in as you start to circle. Good balance challenge, right? Exhale, start to bend. Little lean forward this time. Gently tap the right toes towards the back of the mat, reaching, leaning lunge. Drop the hips down, bend the left knee. Breathe in, find a bit more length through the spine. Exhale, start to twist the chest open towards the left, drawing the left elbow back, right elbow underneath. Try to look over your left shoulder. You could stay here, or you could start to reach the right fingertips down towards the ground as the left hand reaches high towards the sky. Left hand comes to the ground. Breathe in as you step back into downward facing dog. Exhale to land. Maybe you pedal out your feet here, pressing one heel down, pressing the other heel down. Use your next breath and roll forward into your plank position. Tuck the chin in. Exhale, knees or toes, chaturanga, come all the way down to the belly. Elbows tuck in, untuck the toes, breathe in, baby cobra, shoulders roll back, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, press to the knees, tuck toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Use your next breath in to walk or maybe hop towards the top of the mat, landing feet hip width distance. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift, hands to shins, long spine. Exhale, fold again. Inhale to rise, sweep the arms wide and high, lift them towards the sky, press the palms. Exhale, hands by the sides or on the hips. Okay, we're going to try that knee rotation again. Shift the weight into the right foot. Breathe in as you lift the left knee high. Keep the left hip down as much as you can as you rotate that left knee out, and then travel it behind, left knee behind right knee or slightly lower. Inhale, lift back up, take the left knee wide. Exhale, draw the left knee towards the chest. Last time, breathe in, circle it around. Exhale, maybe bending the right knee more, bringing the left foot down a bit. Stay leaning forward as you tap the left toes back, drop the hips a little bit, belly button away from the right leg. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, start to twist the chest open towards the right, feeling the right shoulder, right elbow pull back, looking over the right shoulder. Start to reach the left fingertips to the ground. Breathe in as you reach the right hand high. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Right hand comes to the ground, breathe in. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Use your next breath in, roll forward into your plank position. Exhale, bend the elbows, maybe lower halfway this time. Breathe in as you open through the spine, squeeze the glutes, maybe Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Maybe you shake out the head here, make any movement again that feels good for you. Noticing sensations in the body as they arrive in our practice today. Okay, we're going to move into a sequence here, which we'll repeat twice on each side. Left hand is going to start to reach towards the right, maybe shin, maybe slightly lower towards the ankle. Try scoop the chest through underneath your shoulders, looking up over your right armpit. Make sure your knees are quite bent here. Use your next breath in, start to roll forward. Left hand reaches out towards the front of the mat. See if you can draw the right toes off the ground. If you need to, left knee can come down as well. This is where it's going to get a little bit fun. Try draw the right knee towards the right elbow. You can bring the left hand down if you need here. See if you can step the right foot outside the right hand. Whew. Okay. Lift the left hand high lunge, right hand stays down. Exhale, find a little side bend here, reaching the right fingertips towards the ground, but keep length through the spine. Breathe in as you start to hinge forward, left elbow comes to the outside of the right thigh. Maybe find your prayer twist lunge, or you can always bring the left hand down, right hand high. Look over your right shoulder. Breathe in as you start to look down. Ooh, good balance. And then as you exhale, become light in the left toes as you shift the weight forward. Left foot taps next to the right. Keep twisting open in your Utkatasana. Left elbow stays connected with the right leg as you breathe in and start to lift up. Exhale, can you twist the chest open a little bit more? Breathe in, return to center, hands reach high towards the sky. And then as you exhale, sweep the hands behind, Virabhadrasana 3. Draw the rib cage up and in, engage the core. Fingertips reach back, breathing in. And then as you exhale, slide the right foot next to the left, Uttanasana, forward fold. You can walk back to the middle of the mat if you are somewhere towards the side. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, shoulders pull down the spine. Exhale, hands to the ground. Maybe you step or hop back through your Chaturanga. Elbows bending in close. Breathing in to open and lengthen. Exhaling to come up and back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Lift the shoulders away from the ears. And try that on the other side. Start to reach the right hand towards the outside of the left ankle or the shin. Lengthening the hips towards the sky, trying to twist the chest underneath the left side body. Breathe in as you start to roll yourself forward. Option to tap the knees towards the ground, or you can keep them off. Maybe the left toes lift up here as well. Breathe in as you start to tap the left knee towards the left elbow. Keep lifting away from the ground. Exhale, step the left foot outside the left hand, finding lunge. Breathe in, right hand sweeps high, left hand down. Exhale, find a side bend. Keep the back leg really long here. One more breath. Breathe in, start to lean forward, right elbow hooks over the left thigh. Maybe the palms press, or you could release the hands towards the ground. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in as you start to look down. Exhale, become light on your right toes as you step it in between towards the left foot. Keep the connection of the elbow towards the thigh. Breathe in, lift up tall. Lifting the left knee high. As you exhale, can you twist a little bit deeper? Release the elbow, breathe in as you lift the arms, return to center. Exhale, sweep back, Virabhadrasana 3. Left leg as long as you can make it. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale, slide the left foot next to right, forward fold, maybe wiggling yourself in a bit. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shins, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the ground, your way back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Deep breath out. Cool, we're gonna try that again. We're gonna add on a little bit towards the end. Press your right hand down firmly as your left hand travels to the outside of the right leg. Breathe in, start to rotate the chest towards the right. Exhale, lifting the eye gaze. Inhale as you roll forward, left hand reaches out, reaching plank, maybe lifting the right foot off as well. Breathe in, tap the right knee towards the right elbow, and with or without the help of the hands, try step the right foot forward. Breathe in as you lift, left hand reaches high, back leg long. Exhale, side bend, right fingertips reach towards the ground. Breathe in, hook the left elbow over the right thigh. Maybe hands come to prayer. If you felt like a little bit more already, you could draw the belly button up and over a bit. Maybe left fingertips reach down, right hand reaches high. Start to look towards the ground. Breathe in as you shift the weight forward. Exhale, twisted Utkatasana. Keep the connection with the arms on the right leg as you breathe in, shift the weight into the left foot, rise the right knee high. Now you can stay with the right knee bent, or if you felt like a little bit more, left hand comes to the outside of the right foot and you try kick the right heel away. Shoulders away from ears. Breathe in, release the arms, lift them high towards the sky with the knee bent or long. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 3. Option this time to clasp the hands behind the back, pulling the knuckles down towards your hips and even further beyond, trying to draw the right hip down a little bit. One more breath. If you wanted to, you could try dive a little bit deeper. Land the right foot towards the back of the mat. Land the right heel in, Utthita Konasana, goddess pose. Breathe in here. Exhale, drop into the hips a little bit more, press the knees out. And find our eagle arms again. Left elbow comes on top this time. Left elbow on top, right elbow underneath. Again, opposite shoulders, or try press the palms. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, pivot onto the right toes. Right knee comes down. Exhale. Inhale, start to lift the hands high. Exhale, Anjaneyasana, drop the hips down a little bit more. Inhale, come back through center, pivot the right heel down again. Stay low in the legs as you turn towards the back. Exhale to lower the left knee. Inhale, reach the fingertips back, lift them high towards the sky. Exhale, drop the hips down a bit more so you open through the spine. Release the hands. We're going to play with trying to slide our left knee in a little bit further. Couple of different options. For where we come into next, we're going to try to lift the knee up our shin. You can start by going low and then just slowly rising yourself up. If that feels quite challenging, just kick out of your left toes and come up immediately. Either way, slow this down. Slow, 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 slow. End in your Virabhadrasana 3. Left toes extend, fingertips long, breathe in. And then exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. You can move back a little bit if you need some space. Halfway lift on your breath in. Shoulders away from ears. Exhale, hands to the ground. Your way back through your vinyasa, or you can skip it out at any point as well. So now we're facing the back of the mat, and we are going to try that sequence again for the last time. Right hand comes towards the outside of the left leg. Bend the knees, breathe in as you twist a little bit more towards the left. Exhale, right shoulder comes underneath a bit more. Inhale, shift the weight forward, right fingertips lengthen long. Exhale, maybe the left toes lift. At any point, the right hand can come down as well. Breathe in as the left knee taps towards the left elbow, shift the weight forward. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Whew. Breathe in and lift. High lunge, right hand lifts, left hand down. Exhale, side bend to the left. Keep lifting out of the waist so you're long through the spine. Breathe in as you shift forward, right elbow towards left thigh. Exhale, maybe prayer twist. Option to extend the arms on the outside of the leg if you felt warm enough to do so. Look down, start to breathe in as you draw the right foot in, twisted Utkatasana. Exhale to stay. Keep the connection of the leg and the arm as you start to lift the left knee up, breathing in. Try turn towards the left. As you exhale, you could stay here or clasp the opposite, the outside of the left foot, and kick away. One more breath. Release the hands, keep the leg where it is, breathe in, lift the arms. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3, left leg long. Maybe you clasp the hands behind the back, drawing the knuckles down, maybe finding a little hinge forward as well. Standing splits. Long step back with the left toes, turn towards your left side of the mat, Utkatasana Konasana, breathing in. Press the knees out, exhale, drop into the hips a little bit more. This time, right elbow on top of left. Breathe in, start to pivot towards the right. Exhale, left knee comes down. Inhale, reach the fingertips high. Exhale, drop into the hips, start to look up. Come back through center. On your inhale, turn the left heel in. Stay low the legs as you pivot your right knee towards the ground. Breathe in as you lift the arms. Exhale, drop into the hips a little bit more. Release the hands. Shift your weight forward. Again, a couple of options. You could just kick onto the right toes and lift yourself up. Otherwise, with as little resistance as you can, bring the weight into the left foot, traveling the right knee up the calf as slow as you can. So take a couple of breaths to lift the knee up. Keep hugging the right foot towards the glute. When you're ready, expand, Warrior 3. Breathing in, reach the fingertips back. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Tuck the chin in. Inhaling, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, hands to the ground. You can make your way back, up to you. However you would like. Just check in with the breath here. And we're using the asana, the movement practice, as a tool to recognize how we react to the movements. And we can practice Asteya, non-stealing, and attachment safely on this mat, where we're in control of our thoughts and our feelings and how we react. And that means that we can turn up in the rest of our day with a bit more awareness and understanding of how we might react in certain situations. Okay, we've got one more flow that we're going to learn. Breathe in, start to sweep the right toes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, start to bend the right knee, pull the right foot close towards the glutes. You could stay here or start to become light in the right fingertips. Draw the left heel towards the side of the mat as you open into Wild Thing. Right toes touch down lightly, squeeze the glutes as you lift the hips. Right fingertips reach towards the front of the mat. Take another deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, open towards the side again, towards the mat. And how lightly can you tap your right foot towards the top of the mat. Stay low in the upper body. Shift the weight forward. Tap the left knee maybe towards the left ankle. Slowly trace the knee up. Take 2 more breaths. Draw the shoulders back a bit. Breathe in as you lift the left knee up. Lift the chest. Exhale, cross the left thigh over the right, finding Garundasana, full expression for the first time. Left toes might touch down, they might be lifted. You might be able to squeeze the toes around the back of the ankle. Right elbow comes on top of the left. Maybe press the palms together, and we're going to hold here for a couple of breaths. Drop the hips back. Reach the fingertips up. This is a very powerful asana. Garudara has a lot of integrity, a lot of power within him. So try feel into that. One more breath. Start to lift yourself up. As you do so, pivot the hips open towards the left. Right fingertips might come to the ground as you reach your left toes high, half moon. Right hand might be floating, could come to the shin. Just for one more moment. I know, right heel is burning up. Long step back with the left toes. Breathe in, turn the toes out. Exhale, Utkatasana Konasana. Again, bending the knees over the toes. Try one more breath here. Pivot on the right toes as the right hand comes down. Breathe in as you lift the left hand high. Twisted lunge to the back of the mat. Now you could stay here, or you could draw the right heel down as you lift maybe the left knee up towards the left armpit, Vashisthasana, side plank, or you could just step it back to the back of the mat. One more breath here. Left hand comes down towards the ground. Breathe in as you shift the weight forward. Option to keep the left toes lifted. Exhale, bend the elbows. Breathe in as you scoop through Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Release the head. Okay, we're going to do that sequence just one more time. Breathe in, start to sweep the left toes high. Exhale, bend the knee, foot close to glutes. You could stay here or start to open the body to the left, drawing the heel slightly to the side, making this transition light and floaty. Squeeze the glutes, open the heart. Take another deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we pivot out the same way that we came in. How lightly can you step that left foot to the back of the mat? Keep the chest low and the hips low. Transfer the weight forward. Right knee tries to come towards the left ankle. Squeeze the right heel up to the glute, and then slowly, taking about 2 more breaths, transfer the knee up towards the other knee. Breathe in as you lift up, right knee towards the chest. Exhale, cross the right thigh over the left thigh, Garundasana again, finding your feet of choice. Left elbow comes on top this time. Right elbow underneath. Keep reaching the elbows out and up. One more breath. Breathe in, unwind the legs. Start to pivot the hips and the shoulders open towards the right as you extend the right foot away. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon again. Left hand might come to the ground or to the shin, or might be floating. Can you rotate your right shoulder back a little bit more? Take a long step back with the right foot. Utkatasana Konasana, turn the toes out, breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips down. One more breath. Just soften the shoulders, soften the hands. Pivot on your left toes. Left hand comes to the ground. Breathe in, twisted lunge. And then as you exhale, you could stay here or bring the outside of the left foot down. Reach the right knee up towards the armpit, lift the hips. Breathing in. And then as you exhale, right hand comes towards the ground. Option to keep the right toes off as you flow through your vinyasa. Take 3 breaths here. I'm going to start to slow things down. And when you're ready, just start to roll yourself forward, right knee towards the right wrist. Land the foot in the shin, walk your left toes back for Kapotanasana, pigeon pose. Breathe in. Exhale. Just wander the hands forward. Worked pretty hard. So let the forehead maybe ground down onto forearms or stacked fists or onto the ground if that feels accessible for you today. You want to think about pulling the left hip down and forward towards the right heel. If this felt quite easy and you wanted a deeper stretch, you could reach the right foot up a little bit more and then practice that same thing of pulling the left hip down, right hip back a little bit. And what helps with non-stealing and practicing Asteya is practicing abundance. Recognizing what you do have and feeling grateful for that. Because a lot of our desire to grasp or be greedy or to steal may come from a scarcity mindset, where we feel like we don't have enough and we always want more. But just like the sutra said, the more we practice non-stealing, the more wealth comes to us. One more breath. Start to roll yourself back, draw the right knee towards the right hip towards the ground as you sweep your left foot forward. Your right foot, we're going to land it on the inside of the left leg to find our Marichyasana variation. Draw the left toes back. How far you have your right foot out is up to you. Breathe in. Option just to keep your hands behind you, or as you exhale, you could try walk your hands forward. Now, the goal is to try get the shoulder in front of the right shin. And if you can do that, reach your hands out towards the side. You could stay here, or you could rotate the right hand towards the right hip, left hip hand coming back to bind with the right hand as well. And if they don't quite meet, see if you can use a strap or a piece of clothing or a towel just to link your hands, because when you can grasp onto something, it helps you pull yourself a little bit deeper. Try one more breath in here. One more breath out. Start to walk yourself back. Bring the fingertips behind you, maybe walking that right foot out a little bit more. We're going to counter that forward bend with a back bend. You could just stay down and lift the chest up high, or start to press through your right foot, drawing the left toes towards the ground to find our Ardha Parvattanasana. Squeeze the glutes. Lift away out of the shoulders. Press through the hands. Take another breath in. Exhale to lower. Right knee comes up and over the left thigh. Just a little twist. Left elbow comes over the right shin or over the right thigh. Take a breath in. Lift tall. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Find your way back through center, and we will just swap it out to the other side. So bend the left knee in front, reach the right foot behind you, adjust your hips as you need to find integrity within the hips, pulling the right hip forward, left hip back. And when you feel safe to do so, you might fold forward. Can you breathe into any intensity that you might be experiencing here? Try about 3 more breaths. When you're ready, just start to walk the hands back a bit. Lower the left heel down, left hip down, and then reach the right foot out in front. Left foot towards the body maybe. It's about a fist distance away from the thigh. Okay, hands could come back, flex the right toes, breathe in, lift tall. And then as you exhale, maybe you fold forward. Trying to lean forward as much as you can to wrap the left shoulder in front of the left shin. Hands could stay further out, or you might bring the left hand towards the left hip as much as you can, and then the right hand might come around to meet. Try pull on the arms to push away from your shin to lean the upper body forward. So this is a big stretch for the hip as well as the hamstring in the back. Deep breath in. Fill up as much as you can with breath. Exhale. Pull forward a little bit more. Unwind yourself. Let's bring the hands behind us. Again, you could stay down, lift the chest, or start to point the right toes. Push the left heel into the ground. Lift the hips. Squeeze the glutes. So you're pushing the floor away from you. Try another deep breath in. Exhale, lower to the ground. Left foot comes up and over the right thigh. Breathe in as you lift tall. And as you exhale, twist towards the left. Just for about 2 more breaths here. And then coming back through center, we are going to head pretty much straight on our back for Savasana. If you'd like to pop on a layer or 2 before we head down, go for it. Same thing if you'd like to do any other asanas before you rest in stillness for a couple of minutes, go for it. And if you feel any resistance to sitting in stillness, try to get curious about it rather than running away from feeling uncomfortable. Can you give yourself permission to ask and to see and explore? And this is one of the more important parts of the practice on the mat. Using this as a place to reflect and to mull over the movements and the connection with our breath and the connection with our mind and our heart and our spirit before we head out into the rest of the day. Softening the eyebrows, the eyelids, letting your body become heavy here. And we'll just be here for another couple of minutes, and I'll let you know when it's time to transition out. And bring some awareness back to the breath. We're starting to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Eventually we will make our way up into a seat, but take your time in getting there. We'll just stay here for a few more breaths. Can you call in your focus if it's wandered off? Maybe finishing with our hands in the lap, or maybe bringing the hands to the heart space. Tapping into the expansiveness of abundance. What we need, we already have. It's within us. And the more we practice non-stealing and contentment, santosha, the more wealth comes to us. Take a deep breath in. And then as we exhale, let's bow our heads in honor of this practice. Thank you so much for being here and learning about Asteya. And if you are curious about any of the other yamas and niyamas that we go over in the next couple of weeks and what we've done previously, then check those out on YouTube. We also have longer videos posting to our Patreon account. So if you're interested in exploring your practice in more depth, including more vital parts of the yoga practice, then feel free to check that out. From me to you, namaste.